Okay, a bit of a short battle before I go. This is against Pokelijah, and he contacted me on MSN, wanted the battle, so I decided to go ahead and do so. So anyways, predicting the obvious fake out, I go to my Purple Pass, and I take the fake out, and I just wasn't ready for him to attack me, but I don't get flinched because I didn't pick a move, because I switched in. Anyways, I gain almost all my HP back with leftovers, thankfully, because leftovers are great. So anyways, he breaks my bricks, and I was not happy about that, so I Thunderwave him, and I offer him some tea, but, you know, it's just like, how thoughtful of me to offer him tea, but then he goes and kills me. I mean, come on. I offered you tea. That was very thoughtful of me to offer you tea. Anyway, my once he pop dies, and I go into my Scyther because Scyther can hit this thing hard with Brick Break, but he decides to be whatever and go out. So Lawrence comes in, and I'm like, Lawrence, is that the same Lawrence from my computer class that I had a couple of months ago? And unfortunately it's not, because Lawrence, you know, had eyes. So he tries to offer me some tea, and I'm like, you know what, I don't like tea. No thanks. So I go for an amnesia and forget something, and then I manage to raise my special defense, and he throws some rocks around me, which is nice, because now my fish has something to have at the bottom of his tank. So anyway, he brings out a Swellow, and he's like, isn't that Swellow? And I go for Earth Power, but since he's floating above the ground, it doesn't affect him. So anyways, he goes for a Facade, which is just like, oh crap, am I going to be able to live this? I'm going to be swept by a freaking Swellow. And I managed to live, barely, and I get a Hydro Pump off, which is cool. And after I did the Hydro Pump, I was thinking, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I was thinking about sacrificing something, but I was like, I don't really want to sacrifice anything, because I could possibly need that. And I was just like, oh, fine, I'll sacrifice this thing. It probably won't be able to do much anyways. Toxic always misses. And Wish Upon a Star dies. And now I bring in my Scyther, and I misclick Pursuit, and he misclicks Brave Bird, so that's really weird. We both misclicked. So anyways, if I'd gone for a quick attack, I would have been able to have Scyther around a little bit longer, but probably wouldn't have mattered much, because his fake out would have killed me next turn. So anyway, I go to my Math Moth, because that's just the name I gave my Venomoth in gold one time. So he fake outs, and I was not expecting to live this at all, but I live it on Wild's lucky number, and I flinch, which is obvious. So I go for a Bug Buzz, and thankfully I'm faster than this thing somehow. Oh wait, duh, paralyzed. Anyway, he sends out a Sceptile, and I'm like, oh crap. So Sceptile's like, because it's Guts Man! And unfortunately I didn't break my Guts Man, but whatever. I go into Zangoose because I need to Ice Punch this thing. I mean, seriously, I just have this cold hatred building up inside my hands, and I have to get it out. That sounds kind of wrong. Anyways, I managed to live the hit, and I go for an Ice Punch, which I was just praying that I would live that hit, because look how much HP I lived with. And I was thinking, okay, I need to see how much I'll take when I bring in this thing again on Stealth Rocks, because I don't have a spinner on this team. So I go to Xatu because, actually a lot of these Pokemon I just made because I was battling somebody in you, and, yeah. I didn't really feel like switching a lot of my team around because I thought it was a pretty good team, and it actually did pretty well this battle. So he misclicks and explodes while I wish, and I was kind of wishing he would go for the Thunder Wave like he meant to, but unfortunately he doesn't, and he just blows up in my face. So my Staring at You faints because it couldn't win the staring contest because he didn't have any eyes. Anyways, out comes my Zangoose and his Zangoose, and I'm like, oh crap, this is going to be a speed tie, but I managed to win the speed tie, and that ends up winning me the game. So yeah, a lot of dumb hacks happened in that battle, and a lot of really dumb misclicks. So, anyways, I get my wish, which actually surprised me, because I did not expect my Xatu's wish to actually carry on. I mean, I thought the wish was just something that happened, and if you died, then you didn't get it. So anyways, I close combat the incoming 16 pregnant-year-old girl. 16 pregnant-year-old. 16-year-old pregnant girl, and I just beat her up, because she shouldn't be having sex at that age, especially unprotected sex. Anyways, remember kids, use a condom, and good game, Pokelijah.